Yeah, but that release is almost from 7 feet. It just gets very difficult to control. He's been trying to bowl in that rib cage, just around that chin area, and making sure that he keeps that batter in check on that back foot.
Yeah, it's forced Shadman to have to play the shot because he's got two men that are catching close in. So not a bad ploy from Zarabani, but just going back to the conversation, he's got a lot of other people in Garaba that he can draw from in terms of experience. Brendan Taylor as well, captain the Zimbabwean side across all three formats in his career, so he's at first slip as well. Graham Creamer, who's not in the playing 11, but he's in the change room, former test captain as well, so there's a lot of people around him who he can get advice from, suck a lot of information from as how best to go about this job.
Yeah, I like that part where you have a former captain still active and playing, and he's part of that side just to the new captain. And that's how the transition should be. They're on their way out whenever they decide to hang their boots. You've got a new captain, very much experienced after some test matches under its name as captain. And that's what we've seen in various destinations. It happens that way. The senior member stays a part of the 11, but plays under the new captain and makes sure that he's got his back. It's been mixed lengths here from Muzarabani in this over. This one a lot fuller.
Talking about that captaincy, just to finish off, he's always been a contributor himself. Ngarawa being most of his career an opening bowler, always used to be in the ear of Sikandar Raza and white ball cricket, giving his thoughts, suggesting the field that he feels will work well. So he's, over the last 2 or 3 years, shown signs of the ability to take over. All the various leagues that he's played in as well would have helped him in terms of his progression and rubbing shoulders with other top players from around the world and learning from them as well.
Handled well there. 14 for 1. Three bowlers have operated since the start of the day's play. We'll also have a look at some good deliveries, which Zimbabwe have bowled in this first half an hour, 45 minutes with a new ball in hand. Yeah, again, a lot fuller, but the width is the problem. That's just allowing Mominul to lead into that drive and play it at will. Once again, using the base and timing it well.
Beautifully timed. Lovely transfer of weight into the ball. And have a look at that. It's just a push. And he gets the ball to go away with so much momentum because his weight is so good into the ball. Mominul Haq gets a second boundary through that vacant extra cover area. Now, Ngarawa won the toss this morning, elected to bowl. He's been a fair bit in the pitch for the Zimbabwean bowlers. If there's any concern, it's probably just not quite enough deliveries in that length, drawing the batters into the stroke. Certainly is more than enough for the bowler to work with, and that was the wicket. Nyamuri. Expect him to strike, but also can go for a few runs. This time takes the short one in.
Producing. It's no more about just square turners or spinners, the ones being depended on. It's the faster bowlers now working under Sean Tate. They produce those surfaces which will help their faster bowlers such as Nahid Rana, Taskeen and Shariful. And now they've got Mahmood Hassan. This particular one test match series, it doesn't have the services of Nahid Rana and others, but they're managing the workload very well. They're managing that load very well, knowing that how to distribute it across formats amongst their faster bowlers. And Mahmood has done pretty well recently in the county circuit. So it's good to have everyone getting an opportunity out there while the team is doing so well under the leadership of Shanto. You still have their mainstay, Mushfiqur Rahim, who's done so well in recent times and through his career with the bat. Just ramped that too short on that occasion, and he knows very well he can control it. Just elevating that over the slip cordon.
The stroke exudes confidence. To be able to do this on a pitch that's moving around a bit of extra bounce, shows you that he's trusting the surface and his ability.
Over. 22 for 1. Lost Joy. They have a lot of firepower there. They've been in form. We're just talking about how Bangladesh has progressed across forms, and it's a new era for them. And when I say new era for Bangladesh, it's not about them just winning a certain format or a series at home. It's about the surfaces. It's about how they're preparing themselves for world events. Because bigger teams, I truly believe, look to have a shelf with trophies from world events. Yes, bilaterals are important, but it's just about that preparation. Like we keep talking about the 2027 ODI World Cup coming up in South Africa. So you just preparing yourself to surfaces accordingly. And it was so good to see back in Dhaka and also in Sylhet to have those surfaces that were supporting the faster men. Pace was the way to go. They weren't really heavily depending on their usual Tajul Islam. And what a find they've had in Nahid Rana. Pace, and he's a thinking bowler. a bit of a rash shot, but he'll take that. Just flown over, slips for another boundary there for Shadman.
This is a case of, well, there's a bit of width here, and I'm just going to throw my back at this. Previous to that, he had scored just 7 runs in 27 deliveries faced. Shadman. So here, he's just decided, well, I want to have a go at this. It's a little bit short, probably not wide enough. Extra bounce has got the top edge and given him a boundary.
Yeah, not really sure what Muzarabani is trying to do here, because he's just gone way too short and he's providing width as well. It's just the use of that new ball. Maybe rethink that length.
Now this is a much better stroke. Authority written all over it. Be in the covers, so as long as he gets a good connection, and that will run away to the boundary as it's done. It's forced a change in the field as well. With 2 men under the helmet, leg side and off. Now the man on the offside comes out. It's just one man behind square under the helmet. Innocent Kaya.
Yeah, more runs there. Maybe not timed very well, but it's just the shorter side from Muzarabani. It's so important we keep talking about that the new ball and early start, first hour and a half is so important that as a bowling unit, you want to keep it tight and you will be rewarded. It's all about the patience. Keep targeting that one area, a certain length, test the batters and the conditions, and the new ball will also support you. At the moment, this over has been a bit erratic. Also started quite a bit of leg stump line from Ingarawa. Much better there. 31 for 1.
Over.
Yeah, we're having a discussion in the previous Nyamuri over about the importance of senior players to help the captain along. Here you go. That's an example. Brendan Taylor just ran across to him at the end of the previous over and just had a chat with him. And that's the experience we're talking about in the Zimbabwean side. He would have done that as a skipper himself previously. Craig Irvin also ran across and had a word with